Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 Morning News.
Good Sunday morning to you. Looking live over the Inner Harbor this morning on January 14th. I'm Taylor Stewart. Let's get right to your forecast because a lot is changing pretty quickly here. Meteorologist Amy Aronson with those dropping temperatures and what's making out to be a windy Sunday.
Yeah, windy Sunday with a snow squall. So I want to alert everybody of this. It's a quick burst of snow racing through the area. Already snow coming down in the Westminster area along with 30 to 40 mile per hour winds. So what's going to happen is this skitty line of snow showers is going to continue to push southward, moving through the Baltimore area, and it could drop a brief coating. So be prepared for some slick spots as that burst of snow rushes through the area. In terms of timing, I think it reaches Baltimore within the next hour, so around 11 a.m. through midday, and then quickly zips out of here. So I think it's long gone by 1 p.m. this afternoon, and after that, temperatures are going to be cold and blustery. Actual temperatures in the upper 30s, low 40s. Feel like temperatures about 10 degrees colder than that. So be prepared for that brief gusty wind snow shower that's actually pushing through the area now and will wrap up shortly after midday. After that, it's just cold and windy. We are looking at feel like temperatures only in the 20s today. I am tracking a better chance for some accumulating snow actually this week. I'll let you know exactly when that arrives and how much snow we're tracking for the week ahead in 10 minutes. Taylor?
This morning in a city in crisis, police are investigating another shooting in Baltimore City. They responded to East Middle Street early Saturday morning. When they got there, they found a 51-year-old man who'd been hit. Now, his injuries are not life-threatening. Data from the Baltimore Police Department shows there's at least been 3 people who've been killed this year. 13 others have been shot but survived.
Caller reports 3 males exited the barbershop. 1 male is wearing gray, was being chased by 2 males, were all black. Caller heard 3 gunshots.
This morning, a story you're seeing first on Fox. Surveillance video shows the seconds a man was shot and killed in South Baltimore. Now, the suspects may be in custody, but the easy access to guns is something police and lawmakers can't seem to wrangle in. Our Vincent Hill explains.
In the heart of Pigtown.
1 male is wearing gray, was being chased by 2 males, were all black. Caller heard 3 gunshots.
Baltimore police responding to the city's 3rd homicide of the year, captured on this surveillance video.
They came in, they walked up to him, they put a gun to his head, and it didn't go off. So he hightailed it out of here.
The suspects can be seen giving chase, opening fire on a busy street. The evidence visible on this car, struck by a bullet.
Got down the street and they was on them shooting, and they kept shooting. And they didn't stop shooting until they executed him.
Uncle Jeffrey works in the barber shop and knew the victim, telling Fox 45 he was a father of 6.
Injustice against him is injustice against all of us.
Baltimore police delivering some sense of justice, capturing the suspects after a high-speed chase that led to 2 police vehicles crashing into each other. Fox 45 cameras captured the aftermath.
Slow it down. 2 suspects in custody. I repeat, slow it down.
While those 2 suspects may be in custody, whoever shot and killed 16-year-old Noah Gibson, the first homicide of 2024, still on the loose.
Nothing I talk about, not gonna bring my son back. I'm not gonna see that pretty smile. I'm not gonna see that again.
For this barber in Pigtown, the violence hitting a little too close to home.
They probably would have killed somebody else. There was people in here, if he would have shot them, other people would have got shot. So we are very blessed and fortunate today.
And he's hoping lawmakers will do something to curb the gun violence in Baltimore City.
How are they getting in their hands? Where are they coming from? Why are they so easy access?
Turning now to your session 2024 coverage in Annapolis. Attorney General Anthony Brown is proposing a law that would go after gun manufacturers. Now, he plans to push for a public nuisance law which would hold gun makers responsible for gun crimes. Political analyst John Deedy calls the move a distraction. He says it doesn't go after the real issue of gun violence.
It draws attention to the gun problem, but it doesn't solve the problem. That's an easy target to basically say, hey, we're going after this. No one's talking about, maximum sentences for carrying and things like that, and doing other penalties that would discourage gun use.
Didi says it's not likely this proposal will get much traction, and if it were to become law, it would immediately be challenged in court. State lawmakers are not just trying to tackle gun crimes, but also an alarming spike in youth violence we've seen across the state in this last year. At a Fox 45 roundtable earlier this week, top prosecutors stressed the urgency of immediate action.
Everybody is saying we must do something. And right now, the legislature, we're looking at you because you have the power to do something to make this right.
We represent the whole of Maryland, all the diversity that exists in Maryland. And to a person, everyone agrees that there are some significant issues in criminal justice and public safety.
I look at it as really a life or death issue. I look at it as an issue of whether or not a young person's going to end up behind bars or if they're going to end up, maybe taking the bar.
Well, another top concern in Annapolis is assessing the effectiveness of the Department of Juvenile Services. Some lawmakers say they've grown frustrated with DJS under Vincent Schiraldi's leadership. We actually spoke to Senator Corey McRae, who says he once had a working relationship with the former secretary of the department.
I would like that same type of relationship with Secretary Schiraldi. I know that I've reached out to him on multiple occasions. Unfortunately, there has been a level of unresponsiveness. I am drafting a bill because one of the things that I'm concerned about is when we have juveniles that's engaged in a fatal shooting or a non-fatal shooting, I want to understand what is the after action. How, if they were under the purview of DJS. If they were under the purview of DJS, I think that the Secretary Schiraldi has the responsibility to be able to communicate. When did his agency make contact? How do we know that retaliation isn't going to exist? How do we know that someone isn't going to continue to come after this young man or young woman that's under their purview? And he should be able to articulate that in a manner that anybody can understand.
Do you feel like that's happening right now?
Obviously, it hasn't happened, which is why I'm introducing a bill called the DJS Transparency Act of 2024.
When can we see that?
I'm pretty sure you'll see it within the next 7 to 10 days.
Well, in our 8 o'clock hour, we sat down with Giovanni Patterson, the chairman of the People for Elected Accountability and Civic Engagement. Now, he says that children aren't the only group of people that need to face tougher consequences for committing violent crimes.
Maybe there should be some elements of holding parents accountable when it comes to, what actions some of the youth are taking. What we're seeing in our society, in our communities, often is really a moral issue. A lot of our children aren't really getting the direction they need. And honestly, quite frankly, it's not really on the government per se to really solve those problems, but there has to be a level of accountability at all levels, right, from the child and including parents.
Our Fox 45's Mackenzie Frost is in Annapolis following every single step of the session this year. She'll be there over the next 3 months. All of her reporting will air here online as well at foxbaltimore.com. Jury selection and opening statements are all set to take place this upcoming week in the second federal trial against former City State Attorney Marilyn Mosby. The information prosecutors are fighting to keep out of the courtroom just ahead.
And it's been 716 days since we've seen at least an inch of snow at BWI Airport. I think we have a couple of opportunities to end this snow drought this week here in Baltimore. I'll explain exactly when that is and how much snow we're tracking this week in a couple of minutes. It's 10:38. You're watching Fox 45 Morning News.
Join us Monday, January 15th, as we remember and celebrate the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We'll be joined in studio by Civil Rights Attorney Ben Crump, Maryland U.S. Attorney Eric Barons, and Dr. Ben Carson.
Looking ahead to Tuesday, when jury selection is set to begin in the federal trial of former Baltimore City State Attorney Marilyn Mosby. Now, Mosby's accused of lying on a mortgage application surrounding her purchase of 2 Florida vacation homes. Prosecutors say she failed to disclose a tax lien on one application, and on the other, she vowed not to use the new home as rental property, but did so anyway. In court on Friday, both sides reviewed jury instructions, and both sides disagreed on whether the jury should be allowed to view Marilyn Mosby's recent divorce settlement. Of course, she just got divorced from City Council President Nick Mosby. In that settlement, Marilyn Mosby allegedly takes responsibility for the couple's tax lien. But since the document was filed long after the alleged fraud took place, Assistant U.S. Attorney Aaron Zielinski telling the judge that, quote, it has no bearing whatsoever on whether the defendant lied on the mortgage application. Mosby's defense team insists it is relevant to the case. The judge has yet to rule. Back in November, a separate jury convicted Mosby of perjury. She's expected to be sentenced following the conclusion of this second trial. Fox 45 News will continue to follow every step of the trial as it progresses. You can follow along with us right here on air or online. Just head to foxbaltimore.com. Look, we just saw a deluge of rain, and now we're talking about snowflakes already falling in some parts of our region. Meteorologist Amy Aronson is breaking it all down for us just ahead in her full weather authority forecast. And flock around and find out. After the break, we're telling you about all the events the Ravens are hosting to get Charm City psyched for the playoffs. You're watching Fox 45 Morning News, all local, all morning.
Welcome into your morning sports report. I'm Rocco DeSangro. The Ravens aren't worried about the rust factor that comes with extra rest. Players said so after the regular season finale. In a normal bye-week practice schedule, that definitely helps. On top of that, this is a much different team from 2019, the last time they got the 1 seed and a first-round bye. You probably heard the term locked in a lot over the course of the season, and that's because that's the mentality of Lamar Jackson and other leaders on the team. But the waiting game, it can be tough, especially when you know what lies ahead.
Yeah, I'm answering, but I gotta stay locked in on what's ahead. We have nothing ahead right now. We just practicing, trying to get better, for whoever our opponent is next week. But I'm definitely antsy though.
One party wants to be out there playing and going at it, and the other party appreciates that you already want to know for the week. And like I told the guys, they have earned this victory. Every one of the 13 victories had a part in this win this week that has been accomplished in the wild card weekend because of what they did all season.
Defensive coordinator Mike McDonald and offensive coordinator Todd Monken are just two Ravens assistants that could be head coaches in the near future. And while both have completed interviews and been requested by multiple teams, both guys remain focused on the task at hand.
Well, it's not hard because, I'll be able to talk about that at a proper time when that comes up. But the bottom line is we have a chance to do something special here, and our team, our focus is on this week, and where we're headed and finding out this weekend who we're playing.
Our focus right now with our guys is trying to improve and really stay sharp and ramp up and make sure we're at our A game, come next weekend. So when we're here, that's what we're focused on. And then fortunately, I can try to compartmentalize it and then, work on, the Zooms and things that happen at night. And I'm doing those at my house.
Ravens assistant coaches not the only ones interviewing for vacancies across the league. The Chargers have announced that they have completed an interview with Ravens Director of Player Personnel, Joe Ortiz, for their general manager opening. Ortiz has been in Baltimore since 1998 and has held the Director of Player Personnel position since 2019. How about this one to kick off Wild Card Weekend? A young Texans team with a rookie head coach and quarterback taking on the Browns, led by their defense and a seasoned vet at quarterback. That's January Joe Flacco. Two teams with great stories. Flacco undefeated in the wild card round. 7 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions as the Texans end the Browns season 45-14.
Well, it's disappointing the way it ends. I mean, I think when the city embraces you and the team the way they have, you definitely want to, you want to do big things, mostly for your teammates because those guys, like I said, have been incredible. But it's hard not to feel the way the city rallied around the group of guys in that locker room.
For CJ to go to have the game that he had, unbelievable performance by a rookie. It was just outstanding by everybody. So proud of our guys in the locker room. I knew they were ready on Tuesday.
How about this? Due to severe weather in western New York, the Bills-Steelers game originally scheduled for today at 1 p.m. That's been moved to Monday at 4:30. I mean, check out the scenes from Highmark Stadium. As a result, the Ravens will have to wait an extra day to find out who they'll play. Baltimore will face the lowest remaining seed in the playoffs. If Pittsburgh beats the Bills, then it's going to be the Ravens playing host to the Steelers in the divisional round. If the Steelers do lose to the Bills, the Ravens would then face the Houston Texans. Since dropping its conference opener, Towson men's basketball has won 2 straight in CAA play. Tigers looking to keep it rolling on the road against Northeastern. How about this? Tigers down 6 in the second half when Charles Thompson with a strong take to get the Tigers within 4. 10.5 to go in the game. Nenda Tark with it, dialed in from deep. 3 of his team high 17, but it's not enough as the Tigers fall to Northeastern 67-59. Loyola men's basketball playing host to Boston U. Greyhounds led by as many as 18 points in this one. Deion Perry, tough shot off glass, puts the Greyhounds up 2. Less than 3 minutes to go. Terriers with a chance to take the lead. Anthony Morales dialed in from 3, and that's how the score would stay. Final from Baltimore, Boston U 60, Loyola 58. Loyola women on the road against Boston U. Just over 3 minutes to go in the game. Kelly Radigan gets it to single digits. That shot there, but the Terriers would keep their foot on the gas. Kelsey Mingo makes it a 10-point game as Boston U beats Loyola 55-48. The UMBC women's team playing host to UMass Lowell. Retrievers in trouble with Rain Durant. She led the way with 16. Jelena Sanchez with 3 of her 14, but it was too little, too late. Riverhawks pick up the win in this one, 59-46. UMBC men's team on the road against UMass Lowell. Retrievers trying to snap a 7-game losing streak under 4 to go in the game. Max Brooks jams it home to put the Riverhawks up 10, but no quit from UMBC. Deion Brown back in his home state. 3-ball. Cuts it to 6. He had a game high, or a team high rather, 23, but it's UMass Lowell getting the win in this one, 86-82. That's going to do it for your morning sports report. I'm Rocco DeSangro. Thanks for watching, and have a great Sunday.
All right, while we won't see the Ravens in action this week, they're on a bye. The team is hosting several events for the Flock to get ready for the divisional game. Now, coming up on Wednesday, January 17th, you can head to Lot D at M&T Bank Stadium, get a brand new Raven Eyes logo stenciled right on your car. Fans will also get some giveaways from the team, Safeway and M&T Bank. That is happening from 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. And then on Thursday, the official Ravens playoff pop-up shop returns to the stadium. The store will be open from 10 a.m. till 7 p.m. each day, and fans can park for free in Lot B if you go. Then it is Purple Friday. Fuel up for it, because 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., Jimmy's Seafood is asking you to come hang out with the crew. From 9 to 8, rock, meet some Ravens legends, cheerleaders, and of course, lots of amazing giveaways. We've got a full list of events on our website. Go ahead and check it out at foxbaltimore.com. We also want to see how you're showing off your purple pride here. Share your pictures and your videos with us. All you have to do is scan that QR code. It's going to take you straight to foxbaltimore.com, where you can upload your pictures and videos. The platform is powered by Stackla. Ooh, well, hopefully this quick line of snowstorms get out of here. Meteorologist Amy Aronson in time for the game, because today really came quick. With this morning, I feel like you said it was coming this afternoon, and now it's just plummeting through.
Yeah, as anticipated, arriving kind of right on schedule here. We've been saying between 10 and 11 a.m. we'd see some quick snow showers, and sure enough, look what the radar's showing. We've got a quick burst of snow now rushing through the area. We call this a snow squall because it rushes through pretty quickly, drops some snow pretty quickly, so produces a quick dusting, and also some gusty winds with it, 30 to 40 mile per hour winds. So we've got some snow coming down in Carroll County currently, Westminster now inching its way into Baltimore County, moving into Cockeysville and just approaching Towson. So this line will continue to push through over the next couple of hours before the real gusty winds take over for the rest of the day. And this is coming through with an Arctic cold front. You'll notice all the very cold air coming in behind it. Currently 19 below in spots like Bismarck, a measly 10 below in Chicago. That cold air is rushing our direction. Looking down at York Road in Towson, I don't see the snow just yet. Actually, if you look closely, you might see a couple of flakes there. You can also see the winds picking up with the camera shaking back and forth. We do have cold air in place. Temperatures are chilly, lots of low 40s on the board here right now, and it's going to feel much colder than that at any given point as winds really ramp up today. So here's a look at the snow showers rushing through the northeast and the mid-Atlantic. We're not alone. Multiple snow showers pushing through central parts of Pennsylvania too. After this little burst of snow gets through our area, we are looking at a drier rest of the day ahead of us. And you'll notice our forecast model actually barely picking up on that snow shower that we're currently tracking pushing through the area, but it does show it clearing out by this afternoon. So I think by 1 o'clock it's pushing out of here. After that, skies will clear and remain clear, at least for the start of your MLK Day tomorrow. But then pay attention to what's happening south of here. Monday evening now, we start to see snow showers creep back in from the south and take over shortly after sunset. We get a light period of steady snow overnight Monday into early Tuesday morning. That means main impacts from this will be felt on Tuesday, heading back to work, back to school. I think delays and disruptions certainly possible here. That will clear out of here Tuesday morning, and then things will dry out again. So here's an updated look at how much snow we can see. Most of this falls overnight Monday, wrapping up by Tuesday morning, but you step out Tuesday morning and we are looking at the potential for 2 to 3 inches. So here's all the details with that next snow weather maker. Slick spots and delays certainly possible late Monday into early Tuesday. I'll show you what this means in your 7-day forecast in a couple of minutes.